What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Anthony Joshua. Oleksandr Usyk. Get this. Anthony Joshua weary of the southpaw Oleksandr Usyk ahead of the world title defense. Anthony Joshua has been concentrating on overcoming Usyk's southpaw stance in preparation for Saturday's world heavyweight title defense. The triple belt holder puts all his belts on the line for the second time of his second reign as champion in front of a sellout crowd of 60,000 at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. Usyk is 18-0 with 13 KOs, is a former cruiserweight champion, undisputed, who, like Joshua, won gold at the Olympics, turning professional. Joshua, 24-1 and 22, who weighed in at 23 pounds heavier than Usyk did their last fight, isn't worried about Usyk's knockout power on Saturday, but instead another asset. And he said, what is the biggest threat he brings to me in the boxing ring? I would probably say the southpaw stance. He's fought many men that are orthodox, and during my process in training for a southpaw, I've actually learned where my feet needs to be positioned. What controls a southpaw is generally his counterpunches. His biggest threat is he's used to seeing guys like me throughout the whole of his career. And I had to train for him over the last 3 months. So yes, I've adapted. But in order to overcome the challenge, Joshua has brought in a number of fighters to replicate Usyk's style, including Thomas Carty, Wadi Camacho, and Dayon Juma. Usyk is a mobile boxer who will bring a different challenge to Joshua than his last three opponents, Andy Ruiz twice and Kubrat Pulev. He says, I'm learning about training for specific opponents, Joshua said. My sparring partners go longer rounds. When you're knocking up a guy in 3 or 4 rounds, it's different. I've been doing a lot of sparring, to be honest, which is also physical, pushing, shoving, defending, heavy, bad work. So maybe I'm just shredding a lot of the weight because of a lot of the work that I've been doing. It's not as if I've been doing more running. Road work is the foundation of a fight. Road work, heavy bag sparring, and the foundations of a fight that need to be implemented into training camp. Okay. The southpaw stance. Yes, I think about that, and that would and should be a problem, and that should be on Joshua's mind, because regardless of what he claims, I've adapted in this, that, and the other with your sparring partners. Their sparring partners are not Oleksandr Usyk, Counterpunch. And how many people has he fought to prepare him for southpaw to this magnitude? What, Charles Martin? That doesn't suffice. Charles Martin fights nothing like Oleksandr Usyk. No disrespect to Charles Martin, the prince that walks this earth like a god. No disrespect to him, but he's nothing like Usyk. He's not going to stand there in front of him, and let Joshua bang him up. He's going to take his time, inch in, probe that jab in, that right jab, and he's going to come around to get outside that left lead foot of Joshua and try to put himself in position for that counter. And Joshua knows that. That's the problem, because at certain points, and then, you know what, you shouldn't worry as much about a person's punching power. So, fair play to Joshua, because why are you worried about how hard he hits? You need to be worried about not getting hit. Counterpunch. See, the thing is, was Andy Ruiz a knockout puncher? No, but he could crack. And he cracked Joshua when Joshua didn't see it. And he caught him at a perfect place, right? Perfect place for Ruiz, worst place for Joshua, right? But nonetheless, he did that. But that had nothing to do with, he's the biggest puncher. That has nothing to do with it. It's how you deliver the punch and where the punch lands and when it lands. Okay, so, I think that is going to be the big adjustment for Anthony Joshua come tomorrow, because he's never been in there with a southpaw, a many southpaws at all anyway, on top of the particular ultimate southpaw that we have here today. Oleksandr Usyk. So it should be a challenge to hear Anthony Joshua give his worries or concerns about fighting or taking on Oleksandr Usyk. You guys tell me what you think about Anthony Joshua's comments. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.